Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. Today I am looking for your advice. I want to paint a mural, and I have been thinking about this idea for I think it's now a year and I'm getting ready to paint it, and because it's going to take a while to paint and it's going to take a while to think of things, and I'm probably going to do like a do you see that? That's a little worm. I don't know if you see that or not. They just float down from the trees. Yeah. So, I want to paint a mural. And I want your advice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch it out on my pad, and I'm going to try to position the camera so you can see me sketching it. And then I will explain what it is that I'm sketching while I'm sketching it, and you guys can offer your opinion of what you think. I always forget that I have like 80% of the people coming to my channel that have never been to my channel before. I am building a cabin, and this mural is gonna be at my cabin. As soon as you walk in the front door, this is what you're gonna see. So this needs to be thought of. This is something that it's mostly for me. This mural's for me, and when I walk in, I want to feel happy when I look at this mural. Now, hopefully, I do a really good job on it, but I won't put it up. I know me. I'll keep repainting it until I have it perfect before I put it up, I think. And anyways, let's just get to the mural. This will be part of my cabin series because this is going in my cabin. Okay, for some reason my camera was having some issues there, so I'm hoping it will record. I thought it was recording before, but it wasn't. Okay, so we will start over. This is going to be a very rough outline of what the closet door, what's in my head. I'm going to be doing a lot of different outlines, but for this video I thought it would be a little more fun for you guys to see me draw it and talk about it while I'm drawing it. So the closet door is not this wide, so I'm just going to kind of cut it here, cut that piece off, and we're going to cut about, and I'm not going straight down, but you know, you get the idea. This does not have to be perfect. Oh my goodness. It's all good. I am drawing on my knee. Okay, so it's about 72 inches, inches by 80 inches. So it gives you kind of an idea of the size that it's going to be. Now, again, this is a closet door. It's going to be a slider. I am looking for a closet door that is flat, so it won't, sorry about the squirrel, so it won't have any bumps and grooves in it. That's what I'm looking for. That's actually hard to find. Okay, so we're just going to put a little dotted line down here, down the middle, representing that it's basically like two doors. Hopefully you see that. And like I said before, is like as soon as you walk in, that's what you're gonna see. So in the background, what I'd like to have is the mountains. If I could paint the mountains that are in this area, I would like to do that. But I'm just gonna do a rough. Remember, this is very rough. We're gonna draw some mountains here. Just kind of like this. Maybe you got some other mountains in the front as well, so just kind of like rolling hills. Now that's what it looks like here. We don't just have one big mountain. We have a lot of mountains that kind of build on each other up over here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for the mountains in the background. And then over here on this side, I'm thinking some like rock kind of formations, very Colorado-like. So again, this is very rough drawing here, and it'll probably look a bit different than in the end what it's gonna actually end up looking like. So there's my little rock formation here, And then within the rock formation, I'm going to have a waterfall. So let's represent, there's a waterfall coming down, you know, maybe coming through, trickling through some of the rocks and so forth. I might over here above the rocks, get the bugs off me, above the rocks, maybe I have some, you know, some spruce trees up here. And there we go. Kind of give it a little bit of dimension so people kind of see. There we go. Some little spruce trees over here. And again, a waterfall coming right there. And then the waterfall comes into like this type of river. But over here on this side, I'm going to have some sort of rocks. You know, some really nice rocks. Maybe some plants kind of coming out of the rocks. See, we'll put some rocks down here. And a little bit of dirt down here. A lot of times you see a waterfall and you see a lot of rocks around it. So there's a little rock, there's a little plant. There's my little sketch here, you know. Hopefully you're getting it and you kind of understand what I'm thinking of. Over here in this area back here, so I'm kind of moving my way forward on the painting. I do want this like canyon type look in here. So there'll be like this canyon, kind of a cliff. I went rafting. I love the cliffs when I'm rafting, so that's kind of what this represents right here, is a lot of the cliffs when you're rafting, and possibly some sort of a, let's say that's a horizon line back there, and we have this river that comes down, and I'm not representing that correctly, but that's a river that kind of, maybe it meanders through. There we go, something like that. So that kind of represents kind of like this valley and a river in the valley. And then there's again this kind of a cliff over here. Okay, so that's basically this side of the painting that I'm thinking of doing. And so now I'm going to start working on this side a little bit more. Over here I want a forest is really what I want. So I want a lot of trees over here. In fact, I want the trees to kind of hide the mountains a little bit. So I'm just going to start drawing a bunch of trees. It's a happy tree. little Bob Ross reference there. Okay, so we got a bunch of trees up here. This is where it's going to get really complicated, and it's going to be very challenging for me. And it might be one of those things where, not the trees, but what I'm going to be starting to show you here shortly. But is I'm going to have people in my painting, and I really have a hard time drawing people. Like I can do like silhouettes and stuff like that, but actual people, it's really tough. So I'm going to have to do a lot of studying to figure out how to draw people. I'm going to make a really big tree that comes up here possibly to give it more of a perspective that this tree is a lot closer. And here I will have a hiking trail. You shouldn't be too shocked by that. I'm not really doing the hiking trail correctly, so we'll just kind of, that's some sort of a hiking trail down there. Okay, over here, see, remember I have this waterfall coming down. I'm going to have some water coming back into here. Here comes the waterfall, or the water. It's like a river, but then there's a hiking trail, and then what I want to have is like a some sort of like a log bridge of some sort here. So that's like a log bridge that you can hike on. You see those a lot when you're out here in Colorado. You'll see these log bridges, and a lot of times they will cut off the top of the log. And so let me just do that a little bit more. There we go. Let's say the trail goes right up to it, and I'm going to put a little bit of, I don't know, there's grass and whatever it may be in here, and possibly let's put some flowers and some columbines and all the flowers that I love here in Colorado. that will be over here. Hold on, I'm getting a mosquito on me. Okay, I am not drawing mosquitoes on my painting. Okay, maybe another really big tree here to show representation of just getting closer, and that's further away. Still working on the composition of this whole thing. Okay, so I got a bunch of trees somewhere within this. Now, this is again where it gets really complicated. I'm going to draw stick figures just for time purposes, and I'm not really good at drawing people. I'm working on that. I'm looking for drawing books on people. Okay, so over here it will be a person, and I'm going to put her in a skirt. Yes, it's a girl. And there we go. So she's a girl, she's happy. And I should have had her leaning over a little bit, because I'm going to have her leaning over. She's going to carry a little lantern. I don't know if you can really see it, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of talking about. She's going to carry a lantern. I think it's going to be really pretty to reflect the light from the lantern on the trees. So this will be a painting that's in the dusk. So it's like right before the sun's coming down. Oh, Rocky's coming. That's what you're hearing on the camera, is Rocky is deciding to come over and say hi. Do you see how needy this guy is? Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Okay, so she's got a little lantern, and then I'm going to have some sort of an animal here. I'm just kind of thinking maybe a rabbit that is coming to see her. Okay. Okay, so what I think, again, would be really nice to paint, it adds a lot of dimension to it, is having this lantern be so bright that it reflects on the trees, reflects on her face and her dress, and then you have this little bunny, too, that's looking at her. This person represents Kyla. So you'll see where I'm going to get here. And then on the bridge here, I will have another person. So let me just draw in my little stick figure here, and there we go. She's going to be carrying possibly a little backpack right there. Kyla didn't put a backpack on it. Sorry, I touched the camera. There we go. So she's going to be carrying a little backpack, and that represents Madison. Madison will be on the log, walking across the log, possibly balancing on the log is what she's going to do. And don't forget, I did not forget myself, and so I'm actually going to paint me as well, and I'm kind of over here, and I am heading the hiking and telling the girls to keep up with me because we got to get going. So that is my thought towards my mural that I'd like to paint in my cabin. Now, you know, this is not something that I have to keep forever. I know me. It could be in another 10 years or 5 years I paint over this, or buy new doors, or have doors in my storage area, and I just trade out the doors whenever I want, depending on my mood, or maybe depending on the season. You know, maybe I do another one that's skiing. You know, the doors aren't really that expensive, and all it is the time to paint it. So that is my thought. I would love to know your ideas. Let me just turn the camera towards me again. I'll give you one more shot to kind of take a look at it. There we go. What do you think? What you got? What is it? I think he was just eating deer poop. I was trying to get a nice, cool picture of him, and he was having a meal. So I am excited to, yeah, I would do that too. It's just nasty. It's nasty, Rockies. Anyways, what was I talking about? I'm excited to paint this. I really am. And I will probably do a video of me painting it, but I'm not sure when I would ever post it or something. It might be something I just keep in an archive for a while. But I talk a lot about how I want this cabin to be me and to be very personalized and, you know, a lot different than my city home. And my city home is just kind of like, you just kind of live there and you're in and out, and you know, to me it has a lot of memories for me, but it's not really personalized to me. And this cabin, I want to be personalized to me, and that's why I'm doing this kind of thing. And who knows, I might be doing murals throughout the cabin. Madison has talked about how she wants to do one too, on a wall in the upstairs bedroom. And, you know, I'm all for it. I'm like, if you want to paint something, that's great. I just told her, I said, hey, you know, maybe you should make it like mountain theme. You know what I mean? Because we are here in the mountains of Colorado. And I think it would be kind of nice if she kept with the mountain theme instead of like doing like underwater sea creatures or something like that. But it is something, and if you're in a home, it got me thinking, it's like, why don't we personalize our own home more? You know, so if you are an artist, or if you know of an artist that can help you personalize your home, try it out. You know, it helps other artists too. You know, it gives them a little bit of extra money as well, and I think it will be something when you come into your house, you know, that is yours. So. Thanks for joining, and I do appreciate the comments. Sorry for my real chicken scratch, you know, but it's a start, and it gives you kind of an idea of what I'm thinking. Okay, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.